Hey, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in to Fitness on Fire TV. I'm Josh Graves, I'm your host, and we're here in Long Beach, California today with Eric Doyle, the head trainer and owner of Long Beach Kettlebell Club and the founder of Unconventional Athlete. Eric, thanks so much for having us today, brother.
No problem.
Can you tell us a little bit about Long Beach Kettlebell Club and Unconventional Athlete?
Yeah, we have been open for 5 years now. I run a fitness company in Long Beach, California. We teach everything from general kettlebell to sport kettlebell and unconventional fitness. We have classes, we have personal training. The goal of the company was to really expand on the possibilities with kettlebells and some of the unconventional fitness tools, such as the maces, the Bulgarian bags, sledgehammers, tires, and how you can get in really good shape and get a really good workout out of non-traditional tools that have been around a long time and still get in the best shape of your life. And we've been open for 5 years and it's working really well.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm really excited to learn more about the maces and the Bulgarian sandbags especially. What is Unconventional Athlete? I know that's like a separate brand that you guys have or that you started. What is that?
I started Unconventional Athlete to be a little bit separate from our kettlebell training, in that I realized that the mace and the Bulgarian bag and some of the unconventional fitness tools really needed their own workout on their own day. We do kettlebell training all week here, so we set aside a special day, which ended up being Tuesday, which was our most dead day of the week, and very soon after it became our most popular day of the week. We realized that the possibilities with the mace and the Bulgarian bag and the unconventional fitness tools can be a whole workout in itself. And even though the technique is very, very difficult to learn, once you get these movements down with some of these tools, the workout is great. It's a great assistance workout for kettlebells, whether it would be kettlebell sport or general kettlebell. And I really wanted to expand on that, not only from having classes with it, but from doing workshops. So I noticed a lot of gyms wanted to incorporate it, but they didn't really have the techniques down. So I met up with Rick Brown, who's a well-known mace training enthusiast, and Maurizio Tangari, who is a real specialist with a Bulgarian bag. Started really working with those two and really enhanced my technique. And I brought that to my students here, and we noticed that our fitness levels and our conditioning and our grip strength was really carrying over to not only all-around fitness, but for the kettlebell training too. So the unconventional tools is a whole separate thing that I do aside from kettlebells, not only with workshops, but an actual class is separate from the kettlebell training that we do.
That's awesome. And something you talked about earlier that I think is really neat is the idea that kettlebell sport and kettlebell training a lot of times is very sagittal. And for sagittal basically means front to back or up and down. There's 3 planes of movement the human animal moves in. We move front to back, we move side to side, and we also move in rotation. And so the kettlebells don't really accomplish a lot of the rotation or even the side to side movement a lot of times. So I think that it's really neat to hear from you, especially that with the maces being a little bit more rotational or anti-rotational, and with the sandbags that you're going to accomplish a little bit of everything with your training when you add that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're going to hit angles that you just can't really hit with the kettlebells, and the nature of the movements with the Bulgarian bag are very explosive. They come from a wrestling background. The Bulgarian bag was founded over in Bulgaria for some of the Russian wrestlers, and I mean even high-level wrestlers only use a 35-pound bag because the goal is speed and rotation. The mace, on the other hand, comes from the wrestling circles over in India. So you blend the two together and you get this crazy rotational and anti-rotational benefit to it. There's a lot of grip training involved, and it carries over to not only general kettlebells, but kettlebell sport, both the conditioning and the grip strength. You'll see huge benefits in your grip training from the Bulgarian bag and the mace. And then we realized that when you start blending them together in one workout, the benefits were just off the wall. So we made a whole workout just revolving around those 2 tools.
Awesome. Now, we keep talking about kettlebell sport, but I mean, does unconventional fitness maybe transfer over into other athletics, maybe football? One of the big things that a lot of people are getting into now is the obstacle course racing. How do you think maybe some of these tools could transfer into athleticism overall?
Oh, definitely. We train, a lot of guys actually come to me that do any kind of combat sports, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo, mixed martial arts, boxing, because all those require explosive rotation. And if they're not getting it in their training at the regular gym, because not a lot of gyms have maces yet and have Bulgarian bags or use the techniques that we do, I train a multitude of athletes in various sports and have seen crazy carryover, especially with my combat athletes. for rotational speed, explosiveness, and just generally hitting angles that they don't hit outside their pad work and their normal sparring and what they have at their traditional gyms. So they come here for me to teach them the Bulgarian bag and the mace and get those benefits in there to enhance their training.
Dude, that's super cool. If you have a body, I think you're an athlete, right? So I teach that to a lot of my clients, even your 60-somethings that maybe have never done any sports or anything like that before, never punched anything. But in general, let's say somebody comes off the streets, is there a way that some of these things could help prevent injuries or transfer into just everyday overall quality of life?
The good thing about some of these unconventional tools is there's good regressions. It's not like it's a one-shot pony. Every single movement you do with these things can be scaled down for your average Joe all the way to extreme athletes. I've got students here in their 60s and 70s that still work the Bulgarian bag spins, still do kettlebell sport, still work the mace. Assuming that all flexibility and mobility and joints are fine, they really have no problem fitting into this unconventional avenue if the regressions are taught right.
Awesome, and we'll also put some links in the show notes so that our audience can find a way to maybe book some workshops with you guys and get in touch with you, because I'm pretty sure after this episode today, they're really going to want to learn the maces and the Bulgarian sandbag.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you'll see huge benefits from if you start incorporating it. Really get the techniques down first, then start adding them into your workouts, because this is one of those things, just like kettlebells. You have to start learning the technique first before you put it into a workout. But you can find everything from instructional videos to workouts on our Facebook page and on YouTube.
So speaking of social media, where can we find you at?
We just started a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/unconventional athlete. And we also have a Facebook page. If you just put in Unconventional Athlete, it should be the first one up. We're the only unconventional athlete that I know of.
Perfect. Perfect. So again, we'll include all the notes beneath. And do us a favor, if you like the content today and it helps you out, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really want you subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button. Also, you can like the content, leave us some comments, and connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also at our website, www.fitnessonfireoc.com. Ignite your passion for fitness.